Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. Tolkien and Lord of the Rings fans rejoice. It looks like the filmmakers behind The Hunt for Gollum do want to have Viggo Mortensen reprise his role as Aragorn. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we get there, a few things for you to do for us. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We need about 120 more of you to hit that subscribe button, so please do that today and help us reach that goal sooner than later. All right then, yes, and I think people suspected this, but Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, writers want Viggo Mortensen back as Aragorn, and why wouldn't they? The brain trust behind the Lord of the Rings film trilogy and the upcoming live-action The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum would like Viggo Mortensen back as Aragorn for the movie. Speaking to the playlist in an upcoming interview, Philippa Boyens, who was one of the writers on the original Lord of the Rings live-action trilogy and worked with Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh on the franchise as a whole, spoke about the upcoming live-action film and revealed that she, Jackson, and Walsh would love Viggo Mortensen to return if he'd be up for it. Honestly, that's entirely going to be up to Viggo collaboratively, and we are at a very early stage. Bowen said, I've spoken to Viggo, Andy, and spoken to him, Peter, and has spoken to him. We've all spoken to each other, and honestly, I cannot imagine anyone else playing Aragorn, but it will be completely, entirely up to Viggo. Yeah, I think this is what the fans want as well. If I remember my Tolkien correctly, when Gandalf decides to do a search for Gollum, he takes the trail first. It grows cold. He lets the matter rest for a while. Then later he recruits Aragorn to help him. Aragorn searches up and down the length of the wilds and eventually locates him and takes him to the Wood Elves, where would be a good excuse to see Legolas once again. So yeah, Aragorn's definitely needed. Bowens also briefly spoke about the movie, which takes place during the Fellowship of the Ring, right before Frodo leaves the Shire for Rivendell. The film will follow Aragorn as he's tasked by Gandalf to find Gollum before he can share any sensitive information about the One Ring with anyone and have it get back to Sauron. Despite Mortensen being older than he was during his time as Aragorn, Bowens said there would be no use of AI technology to de-age him. I know Andy wants to work with him, but also we don't see this as like using AI technology. This is about digital makeup and whether Viggo does it or will entirely depend on how good the script is. I don't know that you even need a digital makeup either. I think that you could probably do it just with standard makeup, and then also consider the fact that Aragorn, being a Numenorean, has a long life, doesn't age much. I think it works out, and it's all safer and a little bit cheaper than doing it digitally. But what do you think? Are you excited to have Viggo Mortensen return if he does? I think he will. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't, unless he doesn't feel like he can top himself. But I could see him being much like Ian McKellen, who sort of holds the role dear, and can't really imagine anyone else doing it. I think he would probably share that opinion, and also probably be eager to work with his old friends again, who he hasn't filmed with since 2001. So I'm hopeful. I mean, if they do it at all, if this film ever gets made, that Viggo Mortensen should return. Doesn't work a ton. I don't know whether that's by choice or not. Sort of has this reputation being a little bit picky, but I think this is one case where he would make himself available for the film. But that is up to him and up to you to tell us, what do you think? Do you think he will return? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, go protect the One Ring. See you later.